This summer, make all your meals easy breezy. With HelloFresh, you go fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and recipes delivered to your door every week. That's what you're going to get. Get 16 free meals plus 3 gifts with code TBTB16.
TBTB16.
At HelloFresh.com/TBTB16.
TBTB16.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am Melissa.
I'm Kevin Fredericks.
I'm Angel.
I'm Marcus.
And we are reviewing the show Married at First Sight Season 14, The Reunion Part 1.
Yes, I put decision day, dear God, in my Patreon. I don't even know what it is.
Okay, so we're going to go. Oh, and let me state it. Kevin is back.
And I watched every episode, caught up. I know everything that happened.
Why you purposely?
I'm
I'm not lying.
to
While you were asleep, I stayed up. I said, man, let me keep.
Kevin will lie when the truth will do.
Yes. Or silence. You don't have to offer the lie. You
I
can just
stayed
be
up
quiet.
last night when you were asleep, and I said, man, let me watch this.
Watch the whole season.
What?
What did you think about what Lindsay said to Mark? And
I was like, Lindsay, you can't be saying that.
Specifically when he did his sperm count.
I said, you know when the sperm be low, he be taking it personal.
His wasn't even low.
It's high. Oh, that was the other
Normal.
episode. I watched the after party. The after party, they had added more. I watched all the after parties too.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, man, the thing we said was the opposite on the episode.
Yeah.
What?
Mock the shock.
That was crazy when Dr. Cal told her to shut up, though.
You did. He got completely out of character.
For Dr. Cal, I was like, this is unlike you.
You can say then a dinosaur came in. And
Man,
ate
that
their
was
heads
wild.
off.
Alyssa was up in the reunion. I said, well, y'all call her up in for. She left on the first Thursday.
Oh, Alyssa. I thought
Yeah.
you said Melissa. I was like,
No, I said Alyssa.
Yeah. All right, let's get started. So we're going to talk. I think we're going to try to go in order unless my brain doesn't remember the order. So the first people, I don't remember the order.
It was Elijah Wan.
Thank you very much. So the very first people were Elijah Wan and Katina.
This Elijah one with tattoos. You can see his tattoos come up his neck throughout the
Yes.
season. Now it's
Yes.
fully formed, and they darkened it in. But
I don't
They
know why
darkened
he
his
got all
hair,
them.
too.
It's giving very Chris Brown, and I'm just not a fan of that look.
I'm finna get that
I
neck
don't
tattoos.
mind it as long as you can still see some skin color under there. But when it's just
it's
like
just
dark all
black.
the way.
I'm finna get all that. It's just gonna be a neck tattoo from here to here. It ain't gonna be a chest piece.
just right there.
Just the literal.
Minutes
back.
to collar.
So it gonna look like you wearing a dickie.
Right. There we go.
So turns out they're still together.
Man.
They would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what are y'all thoughts on them's?
First of all, I want to say my first thought was the Pulp Fiction wig she had on was lit. She looked like a black. She like a black Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction. I feel like her tattoo got filled in as well. I've noticed a lot about tattoos in my absence. I wasn't surprised at all that they were still together. They are. He is passionate. She is loving the passion.
Mm-hmm.
And he proposed again, didn't he?
He gave her a ring.
He gave her
Give her a ring.
Yeah.
Okay, he did something on his knee.
Yeah.
And over the last couple episodes, I was like, man,
going off the previews.
nah, I watched this, and as well as the other episodes. But I was genuinely like, I thought they would make it off of sheer passion alone. Even when he makes mistakes, he apologized passionately, and then he come back even more passionately, and she'd be like, don't be cold on me. He's all hot, either with his love or with his anger, his appreciation or his condescension. Is passionate every time.
I thought they both looked really nice. I really did appreciate the hair choice that she made. We got to see her face a little bit more than the rest of the season. And I knew they were going to make it. And I'm still putting out hope that Elijah Wan will manifest into the person that I think we all were hoping he would become the whole season. And like I said, he got the right one because it does take a patient person to allow someone to have that type of growth. And I don't think it's realistic that we think we're going to get a perfectly packaged person right when it's time to get married. I also would not ever suggest anyone stay. When someone is having a hard time understanding how to communicate with you in a way that is not to the detriment of your own self-esteem. But being that she has chosen to stay, I am glad that it looks like for real, he is trying to make changes for the better. And if she's like, I can deal with it, like she said, it take a strong person to be with him. And if she feel like she got the strength, well, good for you, girl. Go ahead and do it, honey. I'm here for it,
girl.
Yeah.
Tank.
Melissa's like,
Do you ever say Tank?
On a case, it just whatever.
It happens
you know, I
every now
call
and then. It
it.
shot
I
me the
call
first
people
time. I
names.
said,
Whatever
she
comes
done
up, comes out.
Melissa gonna go first name, even if your
No,
name, if
no, a
you
lot
are
of
named
times
for
she-
your first name or
she-
nickname.
She says Tank enough to where I'm not surprised that she says it
Okay,
anymore.
you just don't call Greg Gregory though.
Because that's just weird.
But you call Josh Joshua, and everybody else
He's
says Josh.
Joshua.
She's like, absolutely.
Yeah. He's Joshua.
I'm not surprised at his progress that he's made. Like I just said, he's like turning into the person that we all were hoping and thought that he could be.
Yeah,
It just took, like he even said on the episode, it took him seeing and hearing himself for him to realize how he was coming off.
yeah, I love that.
Because and it was that's real. It's like he's like, no, I'm just speaking the way I usually do. Then you go back and look at yourself. It's like, oh,
I was
okay.
tripping.
Yeah, and he saw that, and so I'm not surprised that he's. I think he's only going to improve as time goes, like even more and more. Because even from the start, he always was. Once he saw that he was wrong, he never hesitated to apologize and say, "I need to fix that." Even though he would go back in and do something else.
Yeah.
So now he can actually go back and look at that stuff and see for what it is, and then go back and adjust. So I'm happy for him. They seem like they, he's happy. He even brought up the whole cooking thing. He was like, "Yeah, I was tripping. She was working too." He realized that, like, she working too. So why should I come home and expect her to have a cooked meal? So, yeah, I'm happy for him. I think they will definitely, especially if they continue on this.
Oh yeah,
road.
they're on couples
They
camp.
gonna last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I just pray that he continues along the path that he is currently on. They did seem to come to a lot of progress, had a lot of conversation. He did seem to have a lot of growth, because I think he said it was 5 months from the last
5
episode
months, yeah.
to that. So that is, I mean, it's a lot of time that elapsed, but it's also not a lot of time.
Right.
That's
Compared to the
elapsed.
show,
Yeah,
that's a long time.
And like in life, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 months is like, I mean, it's been 5 months, but then also it's like it's only been 5 months,
Right.
You know,
The
what
show's
I mean?
only 8 weeks total, right?
Yeah.
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 So I just hope that he continues. He does seem to have had a lot of growth, which, again, we said from the beginning, he did seem very, like, he took this process very seriously up front. It was just, the mode in which he thought things should fall was kind of like antiquated.
Yeah.
But if he's able to come to these like revelations after looking at himself and watching and processing and being like, oh, I low-key was kind of tripping. If he can stay on that path, I'm here for Katina and Elijah one situation. Although in the preview for the next one, it seemed like he said something that was kind of off then, and I was like, see,
He got to be who he
he
is.
be yo-yoing for me too much.
Yeah.
First of all, go ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think it's back to what you said. It's when we have habits that we are slowly realizing aren't good, it be taking sometimes
Sure enough.
to get that together. So I'm trying to recognize that, and like for instance, Hurricane K from the other season.
I don't know why that was funny.
She wasn't even, I feel like she was noticing she had bad habits, but she was still using certain instances in her life as a crutch to explain those bad habits instead of just correcting them. But I also realized that she wasn't going to get that thing together in 2 months, not without intense therapy every single week for a couple of hours. So, again, if Katina is going to be realistic about the time it's going to take, and if he is diligent about doing the actual work, then they can make it. But ain't gonna be no he apologizes and gets it right the next time, because these are habits.
Yes.
Yeah.
These
Better
aren't
habits.
like, oh, I made a mistake in this instance.
Right.
He has a habit of aggressively approaching or like exploding when things don't go his way, or feeling the need to present his opinion in a way that doesn't have any type of finesse to it in order to not beat the other person down. So
Yeah, I think though, after him seeing it, I think he will now hear himself in those moments. Yeah, I
Yep.
think it'll be easier for him to hear himself in those
Yep.
moments. Let me say it that way. It's like, well, no, you should. I'm doing it.
You're gonna start seeing that replay of you on the screen acting crazy. Like, that is what y'all said. Okay,
that was definitely a benefit. Actually, a huge benefit for him in marriage for him to see that, because otherwise he wouldn't. If he wasn't on the show, he would have never seen this. He ain't got nobody recording him.
No, it's actually kind of crazy. I was just thinking about that as you were talking, Marcus, the other time. I can't even imagine seeing a recorded version of my poor moments, watching that, and then also having social media point out stuff, and then having an answer for that. Huh?
I said I've been there.
Oh, you been there?
Then I'll just still be like, shut up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Even though you were wrong.
Hey, by the way, my bad.
It's funny because I was at my editor's house who was editing Churchy, and he walked me out.
Because you have TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're not here to talk about Churchy coming out this fall. But he not only walked me out to his house, he walked me to my car, and I was like, this is what Melissa wants from me. This is what people do. This is what people do. Actually, it's quite nice to do a final hello. Yeah. When people leave my house, I'd be like,
can't be like, bye, close the door on your way out.
From his bed.
Hey, everybody talks at once. Josh ain't said nothing all day.
Because Kev gave himself too much credit. How he does this?
Yeah.
No, he don't. Kev
in the bed.
They left. They left.
No.
They left.
They don't count if I fall asleep.
All right, then. Love y'all.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
I didn't know my real dad.
Can you lock the door from the outside so I don't have to get up to lock it after?
Yes, exactly.
I didn't know my real dad.
What? No, he gonna keep.
I was a wedlock baby.
Out of
wedlock.
Out of wedlock means they were married. They were locked into marriage. Out of wedlock is out of marriage.
You know that, Kevin.
No, I don't. Out of wedlock is in?
Everyone's out of wedlock.
No, out of wedlock is out.
Out.
What does wedlock mean? Married?
Yes. So you weren't a wedlock. You were out of
Oh,
wedlock.
so I got to say out of wedlock every time?
Yes.
To make my point?
Mm-hmm.
Or bastard child.
Well, I ain't going Ned Stark. Bastard child is so harsh.
Well, I mean, you be trying to sell it, so.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if I had my dad in my life, I'd be in better shape. Maybe he could have showed me a thing or two. But he wasn't. So luckily, I have Noom to be the physical fitness father I never had. You know? I said, Dad, where are you? He said, don't text me. Don't call me. Eat unhealthy. This is what I leave for you. And I said, Dad, no. He said, man, if you want to eat healthy and learn how to lose weight, use Noom. I said, this is the advice you give me after 39 years of being alive? This is quite perfectly needed. Here's the thing. Noom it's unlike other things, okay? It ain't gonna make you feel bad like a little child who's sitting on the curb waiting for his father to come pick him up and toss the old football around. It ain't gonna tell you that you're fat and ugly. It's gonna say, hey, you fell off the wagon. Get back on up here. Maybe you just ate some Milano cookies that are dark chocolate. All right, that's okay. Just make sure you walk a little bit, 10, 15 minutes a day. Don't go back to the little convenience store across the way after this episode and get 6 more packs. That's what you want to do. That's not what you can do. And I need that. I need that soft encouragement. You can't just yell at me. I didn't know my real dad. This is how we started here. All right? It's usually for me, eat grass and water or dark chocolate Milano cookies. And I don't want to go down that path because everybody's losing weight. My son got an 8-pack. My other son got a 6-pack. My wife got a 6-pack.
I don't.
I got a pack of Hawaiian sweetbread. Got a 12 count on the way. You understand me? Didn't even know you're supposed to put those in the oven because I'm so busy eating them in the grocery store parking lot. Yeah, that's my snack on the way home. Chips. Nah, whole rolls for your boy. I buy 2 packs, one for dinner, one for a couple red lights. Yeah, the grocery store is not that far from my house, so I gotta kind of speed through the whole pack to keep it going. Don't be like me, guys. Use Noom. I actually have lost some weight because of Noom. I've been doing my workouts in the morning. I didn't work out this morning because it was raining, so obviously that's out. I do have that Peloton in my house, but when it's raining outside, it feels like it's raining inside. Start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
That's NOOM.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
Noom is here for you. Look better, feel better with Noom. I don't know why this Noom is the only ad that I always have trouble.
Why do they keep asking?
I don't know. I really am
after
surprised.
This, they're gonna pull them. They're gonna pull.
Like,
I don't.
Bever Helbiot.
First time, they were like, no, this is great.
You about to be their national spokesperson
talking
on
about
TV.
But talking about your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna say,
how many different personal endorsements can I come up with? We have this ad all the time.
I'm still looking for the link of your dad and the Noom.
Ain't none. I hope they stop listening by now. Greg, when you put the number in, put it at the moment we stop talking about it. I don't want them to listen a moment after.
He don't do that. I do that.
Do you?
Yes. That's why I just said for some reason in the month of May, I decided it's not that important for us to get paid. So I'll make sure to go do that.
We didn't get paid?
No, I just mean I have it put in the
Listen,
timestamps.
I was a whole 2 months behind. Come on now.
Were you?
That's why they had to put in my new contract. They were like 5 days after. I said, you got to give me a week at least.
I need the other 2.
Yeah.
I need the 5 plus the weekend.
Yes. I said, come on. But
You're
that's
my
gonna be
nana.
Victory's job. So
By the way,
they will be
Melissa
done.
listened to that Weekend song and decided she didn't like SZA's whole album. She heard that. Don't do my girl like that.
No, thank you.
All right.
Okay, let's go to Mike and Jasmina. So let me just say this real quick. Okay, up top. First of all, just real quick. So I realized that I didn't think that they were gonna make it, but then I was tricked because their energy,
the way they were sitting by each other
and touching.
They didn't sit that close when they were married.
I was so confused. Even after they were like, they kind of had like a very tense moment when they were talking about the argument and da-da-da-da. And it was still really playful still and kind of flirt. I was just like, y'all energy is so... I would like a reunion on them, like after the fact, because are y'all still friends? Are y'all still gonna be messing around? Like, I'm just so confused on their energy. It was just very weird for me.
I thought they stayed together because of that. Because he was
too.
just here and just they was laughing. Even was like, are y'all together? He was like, you said no. What? You don't do a drum roll for no. Drum rolls are for yes.
I said they ain't together.
You don't do drum rolls for sad answers.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that about drum rolls.
I said ain't no way they together and they that happy.
That's what I literally.
That's how I knew. I said they
she was
too
tucked
happy.
in.
They are way too happy to be together. That's exactly how they were.
And we're divorced. What? Girl. Okay, you got to move because you're making me hot.
Oh, now you don't want to be hot. You're not gonna have this whole heater on.
Yeah, but you're hot.
Hot in a good way, Kevin.
Nice.
Yeah.
I knew her, but I didn't see you, Marcus.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, they were way too happy. I said, oh, they ain't together. How they smiling, they laughing. This does not look like marriage to me.
Well, it's also hard to make it when you don't move in together.
That was hilarious.
You
Watching that interaction on Angel's Delayed.
You don't move in together. Has any couple not moved in together after decision day and then been together for the reunion?
I haven't watched all the seasons, but not since I started watching. No.
Do they even do reunions all the time?
Has anybody not moved in
After decision day and then still been together?
What's that? The little Latino couple. No. They moved in and then moved out and then moved in again.
Which Latino couple?
and then quit?
They quit.
Hector, not Hector.
Mr. Liquid
Jose?
Lips.
Jose and your girl?
Neck grabber.
Yeah.
Rachel, Jose and Rachel.
Jose and
There you go,
Rachel.
Jose and Rachel.
I was confused because when I saw how close they was, I was like, ain't no way they made it past not living together.
Right.
And this happened. Like, I was truly confused. And then when they said it wasn't together, I'm like, oh, now it makes sense.
Child,
He was friend zoned.
I fell hook, line, and sinker. I was like, oh my God, they're still together. They must have like really figured it out, and now they're in love, and this is a happily ever after. I was confusion.
But I said, and I told y'all, she was attracted to him.
She was?
And she was.
She admitted that she was attracted to him. I was like, she is attracted to this man.
She said she was turned off by him.
She got turned off because of his lack of communication and how he had talked to her aggressively.
Correct.
Oh,
She
don't
had
use
a
that
hard-
word.
But
They lost a whole month of 2 because she used that word.
And he was like, I'm not having it. You ain't going to say that.
And he said he was not talking to her after that.
I know.
He says, I'm
well,
not
and
gonna
I
talk
get
to
it
you.
because we had that discussion. And I was like, when we were talking about we couldn't tell who was lying. I'm thinking maybe it's a trigger for her and it's a little sensitive for her. But when he was like, honestly, you put me in a position where I didn't know how you was gonna take anything I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna just be quiet. Not really the best way, but also I get it. Because if you're a black man and you're saying this kind of stuff on TV and that's gonna make me look a certain way, I bet you won't put me in that position again. I bet y'all shut up.
And then when she was like, he was like, you got to romance her. And he was like, but not when you've been told that it makes you feel uncomfortable. And I, the fact that they were both trying to be like, no, you got to, I'm like,
I was like, I told Liz I would have been him.
No,
you say that, I'm not doing that. You ain't finna have to tell me that same thing another time.
Right. After I already tried to do. Right on that.
I agree, but Kevin Frazier was on her side.
He was like, no, you got to. I was like, no, actually, he's already been called aggressive in a way that he didn't see as aggressive verbally. So to think that physically he's going to go against whatever she's claiming she wants, I was like, that's unrealistic.
Any man would feel. Any man would feel 3 times as uncomfortable as the woman would possibly feel in a situation like that of trying to be aggressive and touchy-feely and romance her and knowing that she looks at him that like, that's not right. I can't even, you can't get over that mental block.
No. And she friend-zoned him and then said he was aggressive and said don't romance me. Right. I'm surprised they made it to decision day.
I was surprised, and this is me holding on, I'll tell you that it was only 10 days after.
You surprised it lasted that long?
No, I'm surprised it didn't last longer.
Oh, got it.
The fact that things blew up so quickly. Also, it tells me that maybe they were both, like maybe Michael wasn't as sure, but whatever. And they didn't get into like the details of how nasty that argument was. But for her to be like, yep, that's the end. And he was like, bet, that's the end. And they were both like, okay, fine. I just thought, oh, wow, you guys didn't have anything else worth fighting for.
Well, apparently when she said she was the one texting, she's like, I texted him every day.
Yep.
And she said he only came over to the house once. I said, oh, okay. He was faking the funk at decision day.
That had to be right.
Because ain't no way, you already know y'all are shaky. Y'all, they were already like this, just shaking away. And the fact that you're not going to give, you're going to have to give the full 100% if y'all are not going to live together and y'all going to give it a try. It's like, y'all might as well have said no then. Like,
or you have to go over. Maybe, I hate when people say more than 100%.
Yeah.
But you really going to have to do more than the normal if you.
Well, it doesn't seem like he was giving 100%.
And
then he said felt like he was giving and she was, I don't know. They be confusion.
They were both saying that.
Yeah.
But do you think the not moving in together was her decision?
Absolutely.
So if that was her decision, I could see him feeling some type of way and in spite not wanting to communicate with her.
And that's actually their dynamic. Our therapist would say, and that's the cycle.
Well, I can also understand they both have roommates, so they were both going to have to apartment hunt. Neither one could move into the other person's place.
Roommates move in together.
Because he had, 2 girl roommates? I don't remember what her situation was. So they were going to have to put in more effort to even, like for some of the other couples, it was just move into my place.
Yeah.
They were going to have to put in more effort than what they've ever given in this relationship just to be able to get past decision day.
Yep.
So I really honestly think he screwed the pooch by not talking to her for that first month because of the whole aggressive thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can get how he got stuck over there, but that definitely didn't help. But her believing that he was going to fight past her coldness to be romantic with her.
Unfair.
A mistake.
I mean, it did. It was strange, though, when they were like, when Kevin Frazier was like, did you ever tell her that she was pretty or anything?
He was like,
no.
He was like, nope, never said it. Nope. I was like, oh God.
Yeah,
dang.
that wasn't gonna help y'all cause.
Nah, they didn't need to. They should have never walked out of decision day together.
He saw her looking nice and was like, "You are dressed."
Yeah,
nice.
I wonder why that wasn't something that the therapist had. They probably because they had such big issues that they didn't realize y'all also need to talk to them about just regular, schmegular stuff.
Yeah.
Before y'all get to the big stuff. Is she pretty? I would never say it. Not for her to call me aggressive.
I wonder if it was he was being, I don't know.
I think he was being cautious, overly cautious, but also spiteful.
But didn't he say he shut down?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if she's cold for, what could be very valid reasons, I think his internalization of that coldness is protection. And so he's also not giving anything out. And so they end up in that cycle of you're not giving, I'm not giving because I'm not giving, you're not giving because you're not giving, I'm not giving. Well, I'm not going to give because you and you're just no one's giving. Yeah. And I think that's what happens, and that's why they're in this position out. Like I can think of scenarios where we all can be in that kind of cycle of, will Lindsay say you don't like me? Well, guess what? I don't like you more. Right. Well, I don't like you even more than you don't like me. Well, guess what? I'll top you not liking me more than
I don't like me either. More than you don't like me.
Yes.
Yeah, one is gonna trigger the other regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
It's like if one of them wrongs, both of them is going to be wrong. He's not going to find the right party in that situation.
Yeah.
Right. It ain't gonna work like that.
No.
Like, not like it.
Not like it. There you go.
And they're just two beautiful black people wasted.
I feel so sad.
Wasted.
Just wasted. Y'all had all this beautifulness.
No, now they got more people they can.
That's true. Although, and Michael said he think he got a person of interest.
It took it forever to answer the question.
I don't know why he was being so coy about. Ooh, that's the next. I said coy. Remind me, that's the word I wanted to say. I don't know why he was being so coy about it. Like, and she was like, "You gonna talk? What did Kevin Frazier say? You gonna ask her about it?" I feel like she would be like oddly into that. Like I would be willing to like befriend your new girlfriend and go offer advice and tell you how you doing this and you ain't doing that.
That's weird.
It is weird. I think their energy is weird.
But I don't think he likes that. He's like,
no, he definitely don't.
No, he's not cool. No.
Stay up out of my business.
I think he wants that kind of like, we're broken up. I want to say F you and leave me alone. But their dynamic is so strange.
They're like, them dogs that be fighting, but then you break them up or separate them, they wag their tails like,
yeah.
It's like, want them to play again. They start playing again and start fighting. It's like, hey. Just put them in a different yard.
Yeah, they were so. It was weird, and hearing how they fell apart, it was just like
it was disappointing too.
It was very much so disappointing. It was like they couldn't get over their own selves.
Yeah. All right.
They never really got a fair shot. Like they stumbled out the gates.
I think
and once you stumble out the gate, you don't have. If you have 2 months, you cannot waste 1 month being frustrated.
Yeah. And I think that 1 month that was wasted instilled a distrust for both of them, a lack of trust for both of them to each other that they just couldn't get over, even after the month. And then especially, obviously, after decision day, they just couldn't get over like all of that stuff that was happened.
Now, I did think I had no idea that it was him who had stopped talking. I didn't find that out until this reunion.
Oh, I thought I didn't either.
I was like, oh, this was Michael the attacker?
Yes.
I thought it was Jasmina.
I knew earlier.
Ice Queen.
I didn't.
I thought definitely she was the one who had the problem with the communication, that she was just like, I'm not going to talk to you until you learn how to talk to me. I could not believe that it was him that was just like, I ain't talking to you.
Yeah. I thought, and that's petty a little bit to me though. Like, I understand why he did it, but for them not to have had a conversation and be able to rebound from that earlier. But also, I do get it. Like, you're a stranger to me, and you're not finna blast me like that. So I'll be on mute for the rest of the time.
Man,
whatevs. Okay, next couple. Let's get into it. And that I don't know the order. I'm just going to who I want to go to. This who I want to go to. Noy and my man Steve.
Steve, does it make you so happy?
It makes me happy.
Tell us why, Melissa.
Happy and sad. I'm gonna tell you this is the revelation I got, and I told Kev this. Happy and sad. This is the revelation that I got watching, and I told Kev we got to do an ad.
So what I'm gonna tell you is that Steve didn't have businesses, and if his businesses are successful, I know he must have been using ShipStation, because ShipStation, come on, that's how you say it, is where it's at. Like, there are so many things that ShipStation really helps you with. And with the way the world is today and everything being so expensive, you need things that are going to give you discounts, all right? Because big businesses, they're able to send stuff. They got all these discounts with other big, like, shipping companies. And when you, like, it's just me and Marcus making stuff. We the company. We about to add victory. They got whole staff members. They got payroll, like real people. Marcus is payroll.
I'm payroll.
Right now. That's what we got.
Trying to keep us out of jail.
Okay. So if you run an e-commerce business, you probably feel like it's about time people stop treating e-commerce giants better just because they're bigger. And you're absolutely right. That's why ShipStation gives e-commerce sellers of all sizes access to the same deeply discounted rates usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies. No wonder ShipStation is already trusted by over 100,000 sellers. Terrified of dealing with international shipping? Don't be. ShipStation makes it a breeze to ship anywhere around the world. So scale away. ShipStation can handle it. Okay, so saving money while making shipping easier is a no-brainer. We've been able to save so much money using ShipStation. One, because it automates things. And with automation, it allows us not to have to put that as a task for one of us to do or hire someone to do it. You already to save us a bunch of money, ShipStation, but also we get the discounts on shipping rates, exclusive discounts on shipping rates. ShipStation doesn't just save you money, but it's a good place to start. You get deeply discounted shipping rates normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. ShipStation works with over 45 carriers. Easily compare rates and delivery times to quickly find the best options every time. Works with over 300 platforms like Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and more to automate processes like fulfillment and tracking. So you can save time managing orders. In fact, 98% of companies that use ShipStation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. So you guys, don't let the big guys keep all the good discounts to themselves. Sign up using promo code TBTB for a free 60-day trial today at ShipStation.com and start saving with every shipment. That's 2 whole months of discount shipping absolutely free. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in TBTB.
TBTB.
ShipStation, make ship happen.
Make ship happen.
So this is what last night told me. Okay, this was my interpretation of the interaction. First of all, Steve was purposely and intentionally being elusive the entire season.
Oh yeah, Alyssa said this when we was watching it.
I believe that man knew, and this is all from what it seemed like. That man knew he had some money in the bank. Mm-hmm. That man knew he had a savings account. That man knew Noy didn't have nothing to worry about.
40K.
I think he got that
He
plus
was like, I pay that
basically,
in taxes.
because the way she was like, I don't have no more problems. And then Sriracha was like, I mean, no, I guess we don't have no more issues with that no more. I mean, I guess, whatever. I think that he was doing it because he wanted Noy to be specific and have the conversation and ask him directly instead of being petty and posting it on Instagram and having conversations with everybody and their mama except for him. And so he was like, I'm not going to give you what I know you want to know until you ask me specifically. Because all last night, she was like, I mean, it's fine. I don't have no problems. The plan is that he can do whatever by July or whatever the plan is. And I mean, it'll be fine. It's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think it was stupid how Sasha, was it?
Sriracha.
I was going to say salsa. Was,
Who's Jackie?
Who's Jackie?
Was, kept saying, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like, I got a career, fool. What do you do? That would have had to be my response.
The fact that he was taking it, knowing what I believe the money he has in the bank to take care of himself, I commend him because it takes a certain level of composure to not be like, let me tell you what y'all not going to do. Now pull up your bank account.
Right.
I think he just
With
waited
your
long.
9 to 5 working self.
Right.
I think he just waited for a long time so he could have that Trump card.
Say it again.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying he waited for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard for me to tell if it was a Trump card or maybe he wasn't comfortable having it on camera, or quite literally if he was just like, until you ask, I'm only answering the question that you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could still do better.
I don't
Do better?
I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he waited. It just all seems so dumb to me.
Dumb
It
indeed.
Is it, huh?
I said dumb indeed.
Yeah, I'm like, we watch y'all complain about this. We watch this woman whine,
Cry.
like crazy, which I understand. If he's not giving the answer, and you're like, you're just out here.
But did she ask him straight up though?
She asked him to get a job, and all you.
But
get,
he said, why do I need to get a job?
and she stated multiple times, because if we have kids, I need to know that they will be financially okay.
And I think he said during the season, I want to sit down and have a conversation.
He said that multiple times.
I want to develop a plan with us. And she keeps not she's uncomfortable. She doesn't feel like it. She doesn't really want to.
What was that scene that we watched when they pulled out the laptops?
Him trying, but we don't know what happened after the camera cut.
We don't.
That's true. We don't know what happened after the camera cut.
I think he showed her his balance, and she was like, "Let me shut up."
I don't think she got the balance during the season.
They kept going back
Do you
and
think
forth with it. I just still feel like that's stupid. I'm going to wait till she asks the specific question.
No,
Why is that stupid to be direct?
It's stupid because she is thinking of a traditional person. Most people that you meet on a regular basis, they have to have a job in order to survive. That's just what it is.
Yep.
He knows that is what her thinking is. Being that he's a stranger, she had no reason to believe, oh, well, this man must have millions. That's why he's just sitting here at home cooking and dreaming.
Yeah, I definitely think it was stupid.
Cooking and dreaming.
So, like, to not just go ahead and be like, okay, the reason I don't have a job and the reason why, even though you keep wanting me to get one, I'm not going to, is because I have this, and this, is just the dumbest thing to me.
And I think along the thing.
No, I was gonna say I think it's dumb on both their parts. Equally as dumb.
I agree.
Like, oh, go ahead, Kev.
No. I think they. Alyssa said this earlier about a different couple, but I think they both dug their heels in on the point. You get a job, you tell me why and how much money. Just get a job. Just tell me why and how much money and a plan. And instead of her or him saying, here's my savings account, here's my plan, or her saying, this is what a job. Well, she said that what a job means to me about, like,
yes,
when they have the 3 kids.
Very clear about why she needed him to have a job.
But I think the conversation, you can get to the core of why I want you to have a job that doesn't still result in you need to get a 9 to 5.
Right.
And I think that's the conversation. And I think what the problem is, we get, this is higher level than just like Noy and Steve. I'm thinking like literally with Kevin and I, we can dig, literally, I was talking about this in therapy. You can get so dug in and entrenched into your own storyline that you're not hearing like what's happening behind what they're saying. And I think that conversation wasn't had between the two of them. So he could have said, which I agree with, all of this could have been avoided, even if he decided to be the grown-up and be like, listen, I hear what you're not saying and what you are saying. So let's sit down and I'm going to initiate the conversation.
Come on.
I'm going to show you this is what I've made and this is how I do this and this is how, and I invested in Bitcoin and I did all of these things. So I do have a really nice nest egg and these are the things that I plan on doing in the future. And if they don't happen, which it sounds like they agreed to, if they don't happen by this time, then I will go ahead and get a job because maybe he don't want to drain his whole nest egg.
Yep.
I don't know. The point is, it doesn't seem like they had that conversation until after decision day, and it's very easily could have been done if Steve decided to be the grown-up instead of saying, you're being petty, you're being dumb, you're talking to everybody else and not me, so I'm not going to give you the information that you're asking for. And that's what I believe happened.
Yeah.
Do you think the money that he has, he didn't want to put on blast to somebody that he don't know he was going to be with or not? Like, I wouldn't be surprised about that. I ain't going to show you in dollars and cents, but I can show you the type of maybe, I don't know, contract, whatever I have coming in, but you ain't gonna see no dollar amount.
Oh no. Then don't go on the show where you're gonna marry the person. I'm sorry. If you are, the fact of the matter, just because they know doesn't mean they have access to it. And
she ain't got access, but I'm just saying if he's private, like she's missed social media.
Right.
She gonna subtweet him again.
Together. Put him on blast.
It's not her. She is not social media though. So that's just my thing.
She is. Every time she got mad at him, she went up to the gram and did tweetgrams.
And she could still go to the gram and he could divorce her and still have his money. It's not like his money is going to go somewhere. And he is on a show where his life is being shown. So even though Noy got on my last nerve.
Yeah, she annoyed me.
Knowing that he could have just resolved her, because the fact of the matter is that her fear was real. Like her money story is watching her parents work hard. So she's trying to figure out, why is he not, and is he willing to do that for their children if necessary? That is not a weird fear to have, in the fact that he would, for whatever reason, wasn't saying, because the fact of the matter, even if she could, with her own eyes, see, well, you're living comfortably, but how? He could be one of them people doing the giving circles.
He also
and I'd be like, I don't want to be with you if that's how you're making your money. If you making it off of a given circle, let's get up out of here. I'm not doing it. Or he could be the leader of a cartel. Then I'd be like, let me get in. I want to do this. But still, these answers need to be answered.
Yeah.
It's questions, I should say. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think they're both dumb. Well, this is the thing. The reason why I feel like they were both dumb is because it seems like Steve had the money to calm her fear the whole season.
Yes.
And the fact that wasn't provided, like offered to her when she was crying her eyes out.
But he was annoyed by her approach.
That's why I think that's why I think he was trying to prove a point. Like,
yeah.
I think he was trying to have like a communication point, like talk to me. And I'll give you whatever you want. I can imagine.
I also think he wasn't trying to. Her main thing was about the 3 kids. Like, even if they started today, they're not finna have 3 kids in a month.
But she needed to know he was willing to get a job in 9 months.
But then who's gonna cook? That's what he told her.
Then when you say stuff like that, when he says, "But then how will we dream?"
That was his. Yeah. Melissa said that he had quite possibly the worst answer to that.
How will we dream?
As much as I can't stand him saying that, I was like, come on.
It's literally the worst answer. Now, if you don't have you see that pasta in there? You see them noodles al dente?
And Noy's sister,
kiss that goodbye.
Sriracha.
Thank you. And Sriracha she got up in him. Like, what is your plan? Are you going to get a job? Yes or no? What do you want to do long term? Like, these are questions that he very easily could have avoided and shut down.
Don't question me is what Steve said.
No.
And without even showing a dollar amount, he could have said, "I'm actually wealthy." And I've been like,
and he drove. I think he drove a Subaru.
I've been like how wealthy though? Like, if we wanted to go buy like this amount of house, they would approve you for it. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit.
Yeah.
You might have to prove it soon, but okay.
I don't know. They were weird. The other thing is that the fact that they're in counseling already, I think is admirable. I think it is a good thing.
Oh, that's the only way they're gonna make it.
Yeah. Clearly, they're still having those communication issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, that's good. That gives me hope that they're going to make it. Because Noy is stubborn, and it's going to take like someone just constantly staying on her to help loosen her up on some of the things that she does that aren't going to help her relationship.
Or take her phone when he made her mad.
Right.
She never learned that doesn't help anything. Yeah. She would walk out and immediately go to Tweetgram. That's knew what this man did today.
I don't get I agree with you on that whole financial thing being stupid, but I feel like their maturity levels are on such extreme scales. Like, it's like a tricycle to a Harley Davidson. Mm-hmm. It's like she is just child elementary level maturity versus him coming off like a college professor. She makes him seem like an astrophysicist in her level of immaturity. Yeah, that's definitely gonna need some type of counseling and the patience of a saint.
Mm-hmm. So do y'all think they're gonna make it still?
Mm-hmm. I certainly hope so. Yeah. I do have faith in them. I really do. I do have faith in them.
As long as they stay in therapy and she's actually respects the therapist's advice, I think they'll do fine. I don't think she really respected Dr. Cal. Yeah. I mean, Pastor Cal like that. So it wasn't gonna help her no way. So if they got somebody that's like, she honestly respects their opinion. Yeah.
The other thing.
Oh, did you? Well, yeah. Tell me about what you thought when she didn't respect Pastor Cal's opinion.
I said, you know what?
Oh, and like specifically, like what it was that she didn't respect.
It was more of an overall feeling that I got. I was like, POCs versus black. It ain't the same. If they were both black, he would have more respect because it was the same. POC. That's when they went. That's BIPOC.
BOP, hold me down.
That's BIPOC.
The other thing is, I really do hope that, to the point of therapy, that Steve is able to lessen his condescending tone. Mm-hmm. Because
Sriracha told him about himself.
She sure did. And for Noy, it'll only take you so far before one day she pops off.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not going to be.
Yeah, she's not going for a walk one time.
You can't go to therapy. And the thing that Sriracha said is she does it, which that's how Sriracha becomes. If I feel like I don't speak and I hold everything in, Sriracha becomes my mouthpiece.
Right.
And that's their dynamic. So she tells Sriracha because she's afraid to speak, and then Sriracha is the one that's barking and doing all the things. That's their dynamic. But as soon as Noy is empowered and feels comfortable speaking her truth and saying it aloud, it's going to take one time for her to say, Steve, I'm not your child.
Yeah.
And what you're not going to do is continue talking to me like this.
First of all, that's how black women talk, not her.
I absolutely think he's always come across condescending.
Big con.
To somebody acting like a child.
Well, that's the thing. If you feel like she's acting like a child, then you are going to treat her and talk to her. So when Sriracha said he comes across and he's scolding her, when he said, do you understand why that's not appropriate to post that on social media?
Yes.
That's condescending.
I'm serious, but does she? It's like he's speaking. I feel like he's only reacting to what he's saying. It's like, how else do you say it? Could you not post it? But I want to post it. Please, it's my account. I'm posting.
Marcus wasn't going for nothing.
Let me come nicely. So, do you understand why that's not appropriate to post? That's probably a very honest question because she might not get it.
No, that wasn't. The way he said it wasn't as if it was an honest question. It was a rhetorical question.
Exactly.
I didn't see what y'all was talking about.
Me neither.
No, everybody's agreeing with you in the comments too, though.
Oh, no, like I didn't see that specific conversation, but I'm like, I could see him honestly asking her that question. Is like, so do you understand why this isn't appropriate? Because I don't understand. It's my
She really was acting like that, though. She was acting like.
The Pastor Cal said.
Actually, she was right. Pastor Cal said I could post. But she didn't respect him.
No, said I couldn't post and it's not his account, it's my account.
Right. Why would you act like that when Pastor Cal says that?
Kevin, see, I hate that he's on my side right now.
Why? We are great friends.
I do think Steve can have a bit of a condescending tone.
With Marcus.
But
it's like me.
Also he agreed though.
He did agree, but that don't mean that we can still be against him. The thing is, what she was doing when he was acting like that was like everybody knows that's wrong.
Yes.
So she was acting like she didn't do nothing.
But we're not. No.
Huh?
So wait a minute, you guys. Two things can be true. So thing number one is Noy can be wrong, and she absolutely 100% was wrong. Like, girl, get off social media. It's not even that important. Like, get off. But also the content, the substance of what Steve was saying was also correct. You just don't say it like, girl, you don't think that. So you thought it was a good idea to go on social media and tell all these people my business, but you don't want to have a conversation with me? You can't.
How could he say that and have not been
the
condescending?
fact of the matter to say you don't see how this is wrong.
You don't see how this is wrong? Do you and he kept saying you don't understand that?
The thing is, she's saying, I wanted to do this. This is what I'm doing. So this whole, I'm going to parent you through it. She's saying what she did. She's at that. I said what I said.
Correct.
And so Steve is giving her.
I think y'all adding stuff to what she was saying.
No, she did.
Didn't she act like she didn't do nothing wrong at first?
She was saying, I didn't. This had nothing to do with you.
That's what she was saying.
Like,
I was like, girl, we are lying. She's gaslighting him.
No, I'm telling you, it happened more than once.
No, the first time she was like, it's my freedom of expression. This is what I want to do. It's my social media. This is what I do. And I don't want you taking away how I express myself. Now, why I think that's a crock of crap, that's her reasoning. So he's like, I need to teach you that this is incorrect. Which she's like, and I'm telling you again, this is what I want to do. So when you keep coming at her like, you don't see how this is wrong, you don't see how this is wrong, she's not about to budge just because you soften the tone. You know what her answer is. The answer is she gonna keep doing it.
So what would he do in that situation?
Know that he lost.
Do the same thing. Bitches be crazy as hell.
That's exactly what I would have
ASL too.
No. Him trying to get an understanding of, do you not see what this does to me?
But that's what I'm saying. I think he was aware. He just really wanted her to change, and she just wasn't. You get what I'm saying?
But she did, because she realized it was wrong, and she admitted it was wrong.
When she talked
She
to Pastor
said,
Cal.
I'm gonna go to him and make sure that he.
When was that?
Before I post. This was last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Oh, that was but we're talking about
during that
the moment. That's what I'm saying.
But during that moment, in that moment, she was being stupid and she realized that she was wrong.
No, she didn't.
Because this was after the moment.
No, she didn't. That was during that retreat. It wasn't asked whole retreat.
You don't
after
remember
the retreat.
After the retreat.
Last week or the week before, after the retreat.
You talking about decision day?
Before decision day. Because remember, the retreat was before decision day.
Shut up, Kevin.
Y'all don't want me in.
You talking about after the dance class and all that stuff?
I'm saying that happened during the retreat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's when we were saying he was condescending.
Right. More recently than the retreat, meaning either last week, the week, whenever it was, she admitted that she needed to watch what she puts on social media and she needs to.
They had a whole nother conversation though.
Okay, but I'm saying.
Someone said they remember what Mark is talking about.
I remember what you're talking about, but they had another conversation. We're saying in that moment he was condescending.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
You
wait.
might as well let it go, Ting.
Yeah, we got to disagree.
Disagree.
Because the thing about it is this.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just because we're saying, this is the thing, y'all, he said he was condescending. Right. I'm confused. I mean, not y'all, but in the comments, like, that's
No, he did say, he did.
Yeah.
I think he did what I just did. Yeah, I was condescending.
Right.
No, because Sriracha said it. No, Sriracha said, or Kevin said, what do y'all need to work on?
Kevin Frazier.
And Sriracha said, say what you want to say or say what you mean or something along those lines. Say how you feel and don't be condescending and work on not being condescending. Something along those lines. And then he immediately was like, the first part was for her.
Yeah.
And the second part was for me.
Yeah.
The thing about it is you can say what you need to say and be right in what you're saying and still be condescending.
You can.
You can be direct in what you're saying. I can actually be
condescending.
Very direct. I'm never condescending unless I'm trying to be. But for the most part, if I want to shoot you straight, I can shoot you straight.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be condescending. And that's what we're saying. Like, he comes across scolding. That's what Sriracha said. And it's true. When you think about and look back on it, he does come across. He comes across as,
I'm going to teach you.
Let me hold your hand so I can show you.
Mansplain.
Well, it's not really mansplaining because she sometimes do be needing to be told a little bit. But I think the point that we're making is over time and as she gets more comfortable and she says what she's trying to say, I think that will be something he'll naturally have to check and get together.
Because he said after watching it, I could hear. He said when I went back and watched it, and I'm like, it's subtle. It's not like he over here being I know. We watching you go to sleep. It's subtle. What? I'm not saying he was a complete dick in how he communicated, but I could, when he admitted it, I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely see where he was
let's
condescending. That
I also wish Sriracha would have picked another hot sauce to go by because that's the one that's the hardest.
That's why I was gonna say salsa.
Tapatio, Cholula.
But she was but she put herself all the way together. The hair was red, the dress was blue, and the nails was painted. Period. It was probably with some Olive and June. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yes, sponsored by.
Yes, Olive and June is sponsoring today's episode. And one of the things that makes me feel, even if my hair is not done, even if I'm not dressed like cute, one of the things that still helps me feel put together is a great manicure, having my nails done. But here is the thing. Things are still going out here around in the world, right? People still getting sick. So sometimes you just got to do stuff at home, okay, to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself safe. And Olive and June is like, you can still have your nails done from the comfort and safety of your own home. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the Olive and June Mani system. Everything you need for a salon quality manicure is in one box. It's customized with your choice of 6 polishes. The polish doesn't ship. It lasts for 7 days or more, and it breaks down to just about $2 a manicure. You are not going to get that at any goddamn nail salon. I can tell you that right now. So what I love about it, what I do love about it is that it all, like with me having all these children, I don't need to have a bunch of pieces to my manicure all over the house. The fact that everything is in one box, it makes it completely easy and simple. And then I also like to change up my colors a lot. So the fact that I get 6 colors in one box for me to be able to switch from, if I'm like feeling really hot and saucy and like sriracha and I want to do a bright red, I can do that. But then if I'm going to a wedding in Cancun and need to do a soft pink, I could switch to that because of the color options that are customizable. So it's truly easy to get a salon-worthy nails at home with Olive and June. It is so much. I usually, if I were to go to the nail salon, I'm usually spending like $65, $75 compared to $2. Y'all can't even tell me y'all know savings like that. You don't.
You sure don't.
Also, what's great is that like when you're traveling, you want to change it up. You can't always just find a nail salon there that you're going to trust. Take your Olive and June. Paint your nails. Paint your toes, okay? They look so... and they also they also have their press-ons as well, and they look so real. They last really long, and
People
they have
be doing press-ons good these days.
do.
Oh, I know.
The press-on game has glowed up.
It has, and Olive and June is like, we here though. We here in that glow up, and they have a lot of sizes. So if you got a big old thumb like me, you need a whole billboard
big thumb,
for
Angel?
you. Yes, you
Angel's
might as well put a
thumbnails wide
bill.
as my chest.
Well, nobody asked you to say that. It's non-damaging and a mani is less than 10 minutes. Better than gel. So visit oliveandjune.com/bald.
Bald.
For 20% off your first mani system. That's oliveandjune.com/BALD.
Bald.
Bald.
For 20% off your first mani system. Don't try to touch me after you said my thumb is big as
Let me see it, Angel.
I think we
no.
all have things that we.
I got all kinds of stuff I'm not happy with.
Yeah,
I
I have
don't
old
want
woman
it.
fingers.
Let him rub you.
I don't want none of it. Go on somewhere.
Oh, big thumb.
I'm going to slap you with this thumb. Yes, I do.
No, Marcus, add more to it when you take it back.
They're the same size.
No, they're not.
No, Mark, they're about the same size.
Shut up.
She could thumb warrior.
Okay.
Y'all used to play thumb war as kids?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. I got into a full argument about this. Hold my hand for thumb war. When you play thumb war, you cannot release your hand like this, can you?
Yes, you can.
You can do this?
No.
You got to keep it.
Oh no, it is like this.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do because I was thumb warring.
No, we used to do that though.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
I
can't let it
definitely-
out like that.
did that
Oh,
all
we
the
did do
time.
that though.
Can't do that. You got. That's why you got to hold that
Don't
hand.
you?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
gonna break it?
I declare thumb war.
See, Angel already cheated
That's what I'm saying.
because you moving your thumb
I
back.
would
That's
do
not
that. No, that's
That's how
regular.
we do.
No, that's called defense.
Yeah,
That's
how we
called.
do.
That's why would y'all
So
class
supposed to
that
say
close?
Like is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how you play it like.
Because
that.
it's supposed to be it's supposed to be
See
touch.
that? See,
When
that's
you
what
do
they
that,
used
it's
to
not.
cheat. That's
it's-
how
Ow,
you
but
cheated.
I don't.
Because you
what
went
else?
like that to move
Yeah,
back. You
but
just
if
got
you're
to raise
playing
up.
This is as high as my thumb.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I'm playing against a man, y'all nails is gonna be longer, and that's not fair.
Lies. Ain't no
Let me-
cheating
but
about
when- that's
nails
why
long
you
as
keep- when you keep-
Yeah.
when you keep it that close, it makes it.
won.
It's roughly the same
No,
size.
because your wingspan is longer.
Yeah, your thumb
But thumb-
reaches across
What?
the
Thumb-
ocean.
Don't.
Yeah, dude.
Thumb ain't got nothing to do with
It
wingspan.
reaches across.
It
the
don't
eye
retch.
further.
Kevin,
Yes, it do.
that's
does.
correct.
Listen,
No,
no, that's
no.
condescending.
I'm just condescending. People really hate when you get out of an argument like that. Just agree with them. They be like, "Nah, argue with me
Marcus knows
more."
I can't stand it.
Look at you cheating.
That is cheating, Angel.
That is not cheating.
No,
That's like lifting your arm up
That
on
is
an arm
not
wrestle.
the way I play. It's not cheating.
You learn cheating. You learn wrong.
No, I learned right.
No,
you just
but,
mad that
but,
you don't do
but
it.
this is different because it has to be down though.
This has to be
No,
together.
no, that's a rule. This is not a rule.
yeah, y'all just made that up right here today.
Why we both never thumb ward each other and we both agreed.
We was in
Because
within
y'all
3,000
just
miles of each
3,000
other.
miles.
You all would agree about anything. Kevin was agreeing on episodes he never watched just because you said it
And Liz
happened.
does the same thing with you when it comes
That's
to
what I'm
women.
saying.
Cancer energy,
That's all
rising
the same.
sun.
there.
Y'all got cancers and rising
Y'all
moons.
toxic cancers.
That's why y'all be crying and then y'all be happy.
I played the tape of them when I was crying about Whitney Houston the other day.
And Melissa, you cannot leave her at home alone. There were so many times when I was coming home offset and Melissa was like, I should have looked this up. She literally was sitting there as a voice note that she made herself cry at Whitney Houston stuff.
happening.
Why are you torturing yourself? And then she'll watch sad documentaries and stuff.
Oh man.
We can bring up something like deep, dealing with the earth, planet, life, something like that. You have to put on a comedy after that because Angel's mind will go somewhere.
Oh, that's how
and
Melissa
she will
is.
be in a corner.
Wait, are you
Melissa
a
be
tree
like-
hugger?
No, it's not that. It's
No,
more
it's-
so like
You can't go to bed off that sad stuff.
It's not. No.
Just her mind goes like she'll start thinking
of
deep.
how tiny we are.
Our existence.
Yes.
I saw a YouTube video one time that zoomed out of a human, like a human to the city, to the state, to the United States, and then it went all the way. I was like, life is meaningless.
Yes.
We are but a speck of dust.
Exactly.
And also, money is not backed by anything.
That's true. It's backed by faith.
The fact that
the best example of faith is money.
There's objects in the galaxy that is the size of our solar system.
When I watched Men in Black, our Earth was in the locker of an alien's gym.
It was on the thing of a cat.
On a cat.
Okay, I don't be going this deep.
Listen, there's a black man. What's his name?
I thought you was going to sing a song.
Listen, there's a black man sitting on the moon
It
right
really
now.
did sound like
and
you
he
thought it
drives
was
a platinum white cow.
What's his name?
The way you
She's
started
talking
out.
about-
What's his name?
She's talking about,
That was a new song.
What's his name?
I was like, come on.
She's talking about
What's his name?
Neil deGrasse.
Yes.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's that black astrophysicist. Neil
Yes.
deGrasse Tyson. You got to say the whole thing when you mention his
Come on,
name.
he works for
Okay.
the devil because he will send me in a tailspin. I can't watch him.
That's hilarious.
I saw
You
one
can't.
the
You
other
can't
day.
focus on it too much.
I saw.
You be like, what's the
I
point?
saw a TikTok the other day. The dude said, "You know how your shadow is a 2-dimensional reflection of your 3-dimension." He said one of your 3-dimension is a reflection of a 4th dimension.
That's the intergalactic thing we watched last night.
What is? Wait, one is what?
You know how your shadow is 2-dimensional, but you're 3-dimensional.
Yes.
So one of your 3-dimensional is a reflection of something from a 4th dimension.
It's
Come
just
on.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
that's Doctor Strange.
That is Multiverse of Madness.
What's the
Space-time continuum.
No, the multiverse.
I just said that.
multiverse.
I didn't hear y'all say that. I heard space-time continuum.
But we don't see the 4th dimension.
We can't, just like our shadow can't see us.
Ooh.
What if what's under our shadow is 0 dimensions? What's on the ground? Inception, not Inception. What's the other one he made?
I feel
Intercession.
like there's a very deep
Inception.
word in the fact that
Not
our shadow
Inception.
can't
What's the
see
space
us.
one?
I
Interstellar.
feel it.
Interstellar.
I do feel like there's a word in that.
Intercession.
There's a
That's
word
I feel
somewhere.
like I'm trying to find it in my spirit.
It's going to come out,
It's a
girl.
movie about praying.
Next couple.
Oh yeah, we was talking about that.
Hey.
Jesus, we're not done.
Girl, this is going to be the
We
last
haven't
one.
even done Alyssa and
Why they even have that? Like, that
That's
girl,
the
listen.
conversation.
The funniest thing ever about her being on there, it's a preview for next week. She said, I know
Hold
I
on.
said
Don't
I'm
nobody-
a good
I
person
think
on
it's
there.
a joke at this point.
Don't nobody feel insignificant and scared. All right.
Nah, I feel it.
Go smoke some weed.
Someone said y'all making me feel sad.
Go watch those videos where it zoom out until you be like, what is the point of this? The whole thing is.
Don't spill my, because I be watching all this
Wait,
stuff.
get
It
a
spills my
stupid
timeline up.
reel? What does this even mean?
Yesterday we was talking like, what if somebody erased all our bank accounts? And I was like, then it's all dumb. Everything is dumb.
But
Why I got
we'd
guns?
all
have-
be on level playing field.
No, because the people
Why
have
not?
guns. Whoever has guns now wins.
Oh, that's true.
Us guys.
That's what we were talking about. If we all go to 0, the with guns and with ambition gonna be right back to rich.
Yeah. We got
His
to
name
come
is
together.
Marcus Taylor. He has guns and bullets too.
You know how we got on this conversation? We were talking about gas prices.
It's
And
supposed
my-
to go up to 620 nationally
Right.
average by the summer.
And
August.
the person I was at lunch with was like, that's why you need a Tesla. And I was like, nah, because a Tesla, you need electricity to go, right? His point was like, yeah, but gas, if you don't have gas, then you can still drive with no electricity. I was like, yeah, but if the electricity go, you can't put gas in your car.
Oh, sure.
And
Well,
the
everything
internet,
is tied to something.
our whole supply and demand chain and all this, it's all based off the internet. So if the
you seen
internet goes, it's all blown up
Have you
anyway.
seen those videos where people, like, a Tesla will run out of juice or a battery, and somebody will be charging it with a gas generator?
Really?
Yeah.
That's the whole
It's like
point.
you just plugging it in, turn on your generator. Yeah, I'm out in the
That's
desert.
hilarious.
Tesla ran out.
Coming back together.
Oh, you need gas now, don't
No,
you?
it's
Yeah,
all
all that Elon
Look, I did
Musk.
500 miles out to take my navigator. I'm Gucci.
I need to fill mine up, and I'm sad about it.
My Infinity
Oh, it hurt
gets
my
2
feelings.
miles to a gallon.
Oh yeah, we gonna switch it up.
2
gonna
miles?
switch it up. That
You
thing-
drive too much, Angel. You should have did
I
some
ain't
research.
I ain't gonna go car guy on y'all, but Infinity and Toyota finally upgraded, but Nissan is very behind when it comes.
Wait,
to
Infinity's and
gas
Nissan?
emissions. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's their upper level.
Yeah.
Remember and I know we're gonna talk about these people. The moment I realized that a Lexus is just the top end Toyota and Acura is just top end Honda, and when we were in St. Lucia, them Lexus trucks say Toyota on them.
Yeah.
They was just like, this is a Toyota here, and I was like, everybody got Lexus, but it ain't.
It's leather and wood grain.
I didn't realize Maybach is a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yes.
when we were looking at a Mercedes, and I was like, if they had something a little bit bigger than this, they were like, the Maybach. I said, well, we can leave.
Right. Wait, Bentley ain't nobody, is it?
Yeah, Volkswagen makes Bentley.
Really?
Yeah. Either makes them or owns them. Yeah.
Who owns them?
Either makes them or owns them. Volkswagen.
So nobody is standalone.
The thing is, regardless of the company, like at one point in time, Chrysler owned Mercedes.
I know. Daimler Chrysler
Ford at one point owned Jaguar, Range Rover, or something. It's
really Fiat is in the same company as a luxury brand too. Yeah, I think it's BMW.
It might be BMW.
I thought Fiat was the luxury.
But when Lindsay read that letter to Mark,
thank you.
Oh, she was so wild for that.
I was like, she said, I wrote this down. I have done for you. You've done nothing for me. Period.
And I'm happy.
No, this is the worst thing.
Of Lindsay.
That's what she kept saying. The magic of Lindsay.
Mark said, I didn't know he was writing stuff.
She
had a nice suit on, by the way. Me and Melissa was talking about it.
Oh, my goodness. That color was phenomenal with the chucks.
But then he told Lindsay, when you tell stories, you tell them without context, you just be saying stuff without context or anything. She was just like.
She definitely was like trying to carry the conversation with them, but that chick is a lunatic. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
She really praised herself in a letter to him.
Like the fact that she said, she's been with her family, I think, her whole life.
Yeah.
Now she's like, I do better without my family. No, you just crazy enough. They probably glad that you're leaving. And now you're going to go to San Francisco and freak out a bunch of other people.
And no, that thing, she did say, she basically did Beyonce's song Upgrade You. She did. But I do agree that Mark used her to help finish that house.
Yeah.
No, I was
she should have just doubled down and just, even if that wasn't the case, yep. I did use you.
No,
she might have spontaneously combusted if he said that. And also, she was like, I need intellect. I got to go to San Francisco, Palo Alto, because there's just no intellect where I am. And she was like, did you just say Mark has no intellect? She was like, no. But also, he doesn't.
But Mark does
I
not
feel like Kevin Frazier, I think he baited her into
that.
Absolutely. Because it wasn't, even if it was like, shade, it wasn't
that direct.
Exactly.
And then she was like, but yeah, though, he's stupid.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not used to being the smartest one in the group or something.
I'm used to be dating engineers and computer tech. Mark his eyes were glossed over.
He really does not. He doesn't like that. He doesn't come back for, he doesn't go as tit for tat as I would like for the entertainment of myself. But
tit for tat as she does.
Well, she don't. She goes tit for drive you over with a train. Like it's not tit for tat.
She will take you to Earth's
core. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I was bullied as a child, and nothing was as bad as being married to you.
That was so bad.
That hurt my feelings. He's probably hearing some of the stuff that she has said. I would probably be like, he's not exaggerating.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. That chick is, she's so evil when it comes to him.
She was mean.
Yeah.
And I wonder why she doesn't see that. I understand why she goes to that place because her feelings are hurt in that situation, but I don't understand how she doesn't realize, same as Noy, that's not right. Like, you can't do that. Like, I don't understand why she doesn't get that.
When I say she's crazy, it's part of what I mean. It's like she sees nothing wrong with the way she walks through life.
Absolutely.
And for somebody it's like you telling somebody, hey, you kick that ball every time you walk past it. No, I don't. And you show them a video, them kicking the ball. Yeah, I didn't do that.
Right.
It's like.
When Mark said, and I think this might be true for her, you think all the good that you do erases all the bad that you do. Yeah. And I think that maybe that's how she walks, like rationalizing her actions.
Yeah, well, I didn't flip that guy off, so I'm a saint.
Right. Or like I helped him across the street yesterday. Right. So today if I run him over, oh well. Because
he wouldn't even be alive to be run over if I didn't help him across the street. He would have died right there.
It's the only way that I could think of that she rationalizes. The thing about it is, to the point that he was saying, she goes low.
She is. And so that's that might be the reason why I didn't go as hard on Elijah, because Lindsay is far worse to me.
It's true.
Because at least
she's malicious.
Yes, she's malicious and not apologetic at all. There's absolutely no self-reflection on her part of how am I adding to this chaos? Mm-hmm. It's all, I'm a saint. You need to be grateful. I am the magic. Well, you are also a curse.
Yeah. We saw Doctor Strange. Dark magic is bad too.
Right.
She's the dark hole.
She's a plague. She is, God. And the thing is as bad as she is to him, it's like it would be, there's so much material to use against her. Mm-hmm. And he don't.
He be like, I'm not finna do this with you.
There's a library of stuff he could use.
He was like, I got one more episode.
Non-confrontational. So I think that's part of it. The other thing is this, and she said it, and I was like, honestly, I do agree. You have to be very quick-witted to go as low as she does. Like she can't handle it. You have to be keeping record about people.
Man, Steve said the easiest little.
And she
she could not take it.
So you caused the fight on the thing. Are you gonna say things like that, Steve? If she was paired with somebody like Marcus, go ahead and call it a wrap. She would have been in a drunken state, a stupor, crying, sobbing the entire time.
Every time I drew a tear, I would go to sleep smiling.
That would be like, there's no way. Oh, you need quick wit. Oh, you've got little digs.
I would wake up and text just the most disgusting, awful thing.
I feel like that she needs someone who can like.
Said he was sleeping.
You gotta go toe to toe with her.
I don't think she can deal with that.
No, she couldn't.
She can't. She says that you got to be quick witted with me. No, you're actually really insecure.
Yeah.
Oh, she absolutely is.
And so
otherwise, if she doesn't, I mean, I hate to say it because this is honestly toxic. It is toxic. But if she can't get her feelings hurt by you, she doesn't know how to shut up.
No, she needs somebody that's just going to let them run over her. I mean, no.
Let her run over them.
Yes, she just needs somebody to be a doormat that she can keep running over and forgiving her when she acts that way.
Yep.
She needs a Katina for her.
Yes.
I mean, just with the
she needs somebody.
Well, that was Mark though.
She needs somebody.
Because Mark was like, "What I won't do is stand for this." So I know I won't say nothing, but I'm also finna get up out of here.
She needed Jasmina, and that would have shut her down.
Nah, Jasmina would have went toe to toe to her.
Oh yeah, Jasmina definitely would have been like, "You're aggressive," and she would been like, I'm aggressive. But you don't even care.
I know, Mila. I realized the way that I did Katina may have sounded like how I didn't actually mean for it, so I take it back if it came out negatively because I really didn't mean it that way.
She would need
somebody with the patience, is what you were saying.
Yes,
the patience in the fortitude that Katina has to not feel as though she's a piece of crap. Like, because Katina could have came out of this feeling like I'm worthless, I can't do anything, but she was like, no, I'm still dope.
Yeah,
it's just he's got it twisted. That's the type of person Lindsay would have to have times 10 with the way she be slitting people's throats.
And she comes off with them swords like Mulan has.
Yes.
But the most fragile thing on the show.
She really had the ovaries to write that whole letter when that was not an assignment. Nobody said write something.
If he had wrote a letter 10%,
or even just responded to her letter,
she wouldn't have been able to take it.
Nah.
Then this is what she does. Her feelings were super duper hurt, which I understand, that he would be like, I'm not splitting up the family. She gave up her apartment. She's put in all this effort and feeling like,
I'm like, well.
No, but she put in this effort to help redo this home that's his family's home.
Yep.
And then for him, after their big blow up, when she's been the same ass the entire season.
I don't understand why that man say you.
Right. So I think she felt bamboozled. So she was like, all right, well, I am going to run you over and then back up and run you over again. And run
well, the
you
moment
over
he
drive across country.
Yes, exactly.
The moment she tried to help him and he was like, yeah, but the way you are helping me is not the way I want help. I think that's when she was just like, never mind then. Because remember how nice she was at first? Yeah. And then he was like, but I didn't ask for that. When he was throwing away stuff, he was like, but I didn't ask you to do that. She's like, yeah, your life's a mess. He was like, but it's not to me though. Yeah. And she was like, fine then. I hate you and I'll be mean to you.
She's trash.
All right.
Well, last people
videos that he saw.
She was the only person, like Elijah came and was able to like have a moment of self-reflection. I don't know if Jasmina and Michael really did, but Noy and Steve even like had opportunity to have some self-reflection for all of the turmoil that was Mark and Lindsay, for her not to come across or come with some like, honestly, I didn't realize that that's what I be doing. And like low-key, I be tripping like I do. I'm very defensive. I'm sensitive. I put, if I'm with you, I'm giving you my everything. I'm here to be helpful. I'm here to do this. But as soon as I see any inclination ain't going that way, knives out.
Yeah.
Guns blazing. I'm coming full force and that's just how I'm hot or cold. That's it. The fact that she didn't have that kind of self-reflection and it was just like, honestly, I'm happy the Lindsay magic worked for you was like, ooh, girl.
The truth.
That's a wild thing to say.
I'm like, did you forget that you yelled about this man's penis and not making money out loud in the bowling alley bathroom for everyone to hear?
Yes.
You forgot. Is that your magic too?
All that weird laughing.
Ooh, child.
Oh. Dude, that would piss me off.
It was weird.
I'm like, you don't shut up.
Yeah,
all right, last couple. What? That wasn't a couple. That's it. We're going to talk about real quick. Alyssa and old dude.
She's trash. As Lindsay drives her truck across country, she needs to run Alyssa over in the process.
And
Alyssa still didn't say anything that Chris did. She only mentioned his
tweet. She ain't got nothing to say.
But I need them to call that out and be like, so we're still waiting for you to say the thing about Chris because you still aren't.
Yes.
Oh my God, I hate him. Look at him.
She said I couldn't control the things coming out.
Yeah,
of
that's
my
what
mouth.
she said. I couldn't control. Like, you idiot.
At the end of it, I said, "Oh, Alyssa, you're a white woman."
I mean, full blown.
This is Karen. Like, they have a flag with her face on it.
I was like, Lord have mercy. She came out in full-fledged. I didn't know what was happening.
I couldn't control what I was
couldn't
saying.
control
She's
it.
a good person.
I really am a good person. And she was very orange.
Oh my
God. What? You like this?
Yeah,
this is her.
She was.
I'm a good person.
She was very orange. She did not come. Listen, this is the thing, Lindsay. If you're going to show your rump the way you did and act a whole show enough donkey, you got to come on the reunion flawless.
Alyssa.
Come on.
You got to come on some.
Her too. Lindsay, too. Both of them was busted.
Oh, I liked Lindsay's little 90s style flip.
Oh.
Oh, y'all didn't like it?
Alyssa was as orange as these shoes.
Shut up.
She's rotten from the
Alex
inside.
Mack.
Yeah. And Chris was over her. He was like, honestly, had I known all that stuff in the background, I would have been told that girl.
He said, I didn't know how mean she was. And I'm so glad he called it out. Don't let her off the hook. He was like, you ain't got no footage of me calling her no type of names. Not saying I hate it. Like, I wish he would have drug her. Even though she was being the bitch that she was, he never talked that nasty about her. And she was just, I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate the experts. I hate everybody.
Oh, that's what I said too. She gives me the energy of the white mom that has a 2-year-old in the grocery store throwing a total and complete and utter temper tantrum.
Yep.
And she never grew out of it.
Oh, come on.
Like she's 20, however old she is,
she
still throwing the fit
Yeah.
of the 2-year-old in the grocery store where her mama said you can't have any more candy because you got a bunch of silver teeth in your mouth. And she's, I hate you. Yeah. I hate you. Why would you hate the experts? They did nothing to you, girl. And the fact that you even say hate and you're 20-something, like, girl, grow up. Grow up.
Grow up.
She's
and
terrible.
Shut up.
GTFU.
Grow the F up. Got it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back for the reunion part 2 next week. And then after that, that's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. We'll be taking a break over the summer and do.
Are we?
Yes, we do whatever we want to do. It won't be this.
Only July though.
Yes, July.
It'll be the week after next week. If we still in May, it'll be May.
We got ads.
No, I'm saying for Made at First Sight.
Oh, I said we got to talk about something.
we gonna do the mukbangs. Bang.
Yeah, let's do the mukbang. Get some crab leg up in here.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank y'all so much.
New episode, Married at First Sight.
Y'all
New
doing
season
fine.
starts in 5 minutes.
It does.
This is a year-round show now.
Oh my God.
Thank you guys. Bye.